Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share some information with you about grief. With today's session of unfortunate and current events, as a certified grief counselor, I want to talk with you briefly about grief sensitivity. When someone loses a loved one, most people don't know what to say. And that's because all loss is truly beyond words. So rather than trying to find that perfect thing to say to console someone, choose to be present rather than talkative. Grief is like no other experience in life, and it cannot be matched with any other grief experience. I like to inform families when I counsel with them that grief is a vicious cycle with several different stages, and no one can predict how long or exactly how it will affect each individual. Even if two people share a loss, say for instance their parents pass away, the two that are left or how many are left will process this loss in their own way and in their own time. Grief is one of those things that we can't process in any kind of way unless it's happened to you. There are no quick fix words to mend a broken heart. So if we find ourselves in the presence of someone who is grieving, here are my top 5 offenders that one should not say to someone who's grieving. Number 1, he or she is in a better place. I know you've all heard that before. Number 2, there's a reason for everything. Number 3, my worst offender here. At least you can still have another child. 4 years ago, I counseled a couple who had just lost their child. They lost their child in the 8th month of their pregnancy. And because they lost their child in their pregnancy, many people went up to them and said, at least you can have another child. Well, to this young couple, that minimized the life and birth of their child. When that happened to them, they grieved so hard. They now have another child. But that grief is still strong in their lives and is still present. As I said, grief is vicious. And you know what else is still alive in their lives? All those hurtful words of losing their child and that they can have another one. Number 4, I know how you feel. You cannot possibly know how someone feels if you have never been through what they have been through, no matter what it is. Even if you do go through the same, you will still process grief in your own time and in your own way. Number 5, be strong. Grief is not something that allows you to be strong. That is when we have to call on our circle of family and friends to help us be strong. But telling someone to be strong through a time like that is devastating because something in them feels like they have to please the person saying what they're saying and actually live up to something that they're not capable of living up to. And it causes not only grief, but guilt. However, instead of reaching for words that you feel will fit the situation, here are some more helpful ways to approach a grieving person. Number 1, I am so sorry for your loss. Number 2, you and your loved ones will be in my heart and in my prayers. Number 3, if you need anything, I am only a phone call away. Number 4, give a hug instead of talking. Number 5, saying nothing and just simply being present is so good for them. They're processing and they know you're there. And when they need you, I promise they will call on you. But it consoles them more just to know someone is present. If you find yourself in the need of helping a loved one or a friend process grief and you don't know what to do, Google the words grief help. When you do, there are many, many different organizations that will offer free help to you. God bless you and thank you for listening.